Hey, you, I need you to hit the subscribe button below.
We're going to show you out of the Bible why slavery has happened to our people. Right. If you ever had that question in your mind, why, how did over millions, billions of our people get captured and put on slave ships?
Right.
That sounds crazy.
Right.
But it's divine. It's divine. You understand that? We're going to prove it, thus saith the Lord, real quick. We're going to show you out of the Bible who these people are, who God's speaking to. Who's God speaking to?
The book of Deuteronomy 1:1. These be the words which Moses spake unto all Israel on this side of Jordan. And the
I'm sorry. Go ahead. It says, these be the words which Moses spake unto who?
All Israel.
It said all Israel. But the churches say all people. All people. But the Bible said what?
All Israel.
All Israel. So we all, most of us had at least an elementary education, right? We're going to read it again. We're going to read it slowly from. Who is God dealing with in the Bible? Is it everybody or is it a specific people? Let's read out the Old Testament, the beginning. You understand? Where we get the knowledge.
The book of Deuteronomy 1:1. These be the words which Moses spake unto all Israel on this side of Jordan in the wilderness.
So Moses, through the Spirit of the Lord, was speaking to all Israel. The so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, who would be us today, which would be the Israelites, he said, I will speak unto you. I'm not speaking to anybody else. God said, I got to deal with you.
Right.
I got to deal with you because you're my people. I chose you out of all the nations of the earth. I said, you're my people. So we understand the subject matter right now. The subject matter is all Israel. We're going to get more specific. So we're trying to establish who are the Israelites today, right? Is it a secret? No. We're going to prove it again. Thus saith the Lord. Go to Deuteronomy 28 in verse 15. 15. Because our people right now, we can confidently say we have it the worst. Confidently. Statistically, we have it the worst. Understand? Right now, in Florida, I want to be specific. In Florida, has I believe when I was researching, it's the third in America to have the highest sex trafficking. You seen that too?
Right.
Highest sex trafficking. So in the country, the third in the country to have the highest sex trafficking rate.
Right.
And it's predominantly our people that are in that filth. Sex trafficking. That's why you see little boys, Hispanic little girls, black little girls missing. How you doing, my brother? How you doing, bro? Come here, come deal with me.
Ask him the same question.
All right, over here. Come deal with me, bro. How you doing, bro? My name is Officer Jabez. What's your name, bro?
My name is Marley.
You said Marley? Marley, so Marley, what's your question today? You got a question about the Bible or anything? What's your question that you had?
Like when we done with school, and you know, we supposed to, you know what I'm saying, we supposed to be somebody, we supposed to be who we to be somebody, to work to be somebody. How come we work to be bigger and richer instead of go to jobs and make sure we always pay our bills and you know what I'm saying, like we don't get like money like while we struggling and stuff, while we having court fees.
Oh, you're saying so predominantly, Marley, so let me get it straight. So you're asking why specifically our people, right?
Yeah.
Specifically, why do we have it bad? The worst, right?
Yeah.
We it's so hard for us to get into these jobs, right? It's so hard for us to make money as a whole. We can say we have like Beyonce, P. Diddy, and all that.
Oh, yeah,
they make
it's
money,
not.
right? Yeah. But us as a nation, as a people, right?
Yeah.
How can we have it bad, right?
We're trying to get the money the right way, not the wrong way.
Right, we're trying to get money the right way. Let's see what happened, okay? Do you believe in the Bible, Marley?
Yes.
Okay. Because out of the Bible, who is God speaking to in the Bible?
Yeah, he's speaking the ones who answer his prayers.
The one who answers his prayers? Okay. The Bible is a book of records. Did you know that?
Bring it up.
It's a history book.
Right.
This book gives you records on account of a people.
Right.
And nations. You understand? Yeah. Nations. So God says he has a chosen people. We're going to prove out of the Bible who those chosen people are. Because God is dealing with a specific people. Because in the Bible, when you read, there's 18 nations that were made, right? Yeah. Out of those 18 nations, he created one. He had chosen one. He had chosen one. Let's see who God's dealing with, okay? Because
Going over punishments right now. You want to know why we're being punished like that?
right. Right. So you want to understand what's going on with this whole, why are we being punished for this? Why can't we be at the top? Make money the right way. There's a reason why. The Bible's going to tell you what's going on, okay? Okay, so we're going to prove to you that, hey, Marley, you call yourself African American, right? That's what we've been taught in school, right? Yeah. Black African American, right? Look at yourself on that sign real quick, and then we're going to get the scripture, all right? Look at this sign real quick. We're going to answer your question, but look at that sign. See where you fit yourself. Because that sign is based off the scriptures, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to read that scripture.
The book of Amos 3:1. Hear this word that the Lord has spoken against you, O children of Israel.
I want you to hear this, Marley. It said, read that again.
Hear this word that the Lord has spoken against you, O children of Israel.
So he said, hear the words that I've spoken against you, O children of Israel. It's specific, right? Yeah. He said, I've spoken against you, O children of Israel. So the Bible's being specific, right? It's talking about a people, Israel, right? Yeah. Okay, read on.
Against the whole family which I brought from the land of Egypt, saying, you only have I known of all the families of the earth.
He said, I have only known you out of all the families of the earth. Because we have what? Arabs, right? We have Chinese, right? We got Russians, right? We got, what else we got? We got Japanese, right? Those are all the families, right? But God says what? What did he say? We'll hear this again.
You only have I known of all the families of the earth.
So what is he going to do to answer your question?
Therefore, I will punish you for all your iniquities.
You hear that, Marley? Does that resonate? Does that sound right? He said, out of everybody, I'm gonna punish your people. The Israelites. I'm gonna punish you. Specific, out of all the nations, he said, I'm gonna punish the Israelites. Why? You understand? Why? Why do you think God will punish us as a whole? The so-called blacks, in that we struggle to get money, we struggle to live right. Why do you think so? Because go ahead.
I think in the society because they want to see us down, they want to see us failing, they want to see, you know what I'm saying, that we give up hope. So I see that he want us to conquer.
Hey.
I see that the reason why I'm being punished because what I was just saying to him, he was want to see us fail, punish, give up hope, all the reasons.
I don't understand what you're saying, right? I'm gonna reiterate. I want everybody to be crystal clear on your question. When you're saying he, are you talking about the Most High, or are you talking about our oppressors?
I talk about our oppressors.
Exactly. Now, to understand this, you got to know what they are and what they were sent for.
Right.
All right. Let me get to one. First, actually, we're gonna read Amos 3, because we got to understand our relationship to our God.
So why are they trying to hurt our wishes?
But that's the thing. But I'm gonna sum it up for you in the Bible. We're gonna use the Bible. All right. What's your name? It was Marley, right? All right, Marley. Hey, what's your name, little brother? Say it again. Sergio. Oh, Sergio. All right. Hey, check this out. This is gonna explain a lot. I like that question. That's a good question. And Sergio, listen to this. We're gonna read it all the way through. I want you to read it slow and all the way through. Amos 3:1. This is our relationship to our Father. Like, you were raised by your mother, father, whatever. Yeah. All right. So when you did something bad outside and you came home, what did they say? They whooped your ass, right? Yeah. And what would they tell you? I'm whooping your behind, God. I know you know better. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So we're gonna see how God do the same way. All right. Watch this, Sergio. Read.
The book of Amos 3:1. Hear the words that the Lord has spoken against you, O children of Israel.
He said it against us, O children of Israel, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, right? He's speaking these words against us. When you come in the house late, you know what I'm saying, or something like that with your mama, do they speak with you or against you? They start speaking against you. They're like, oh, you got the nerve to stay out late? Let me see what that called. You was breaking your mama rules. The commandments are rules.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? We was breaking those commandments, which our Father, our God gave to us. So now he's speaking against us. And this is what he said. Read.
Against the whole family, which I brought up from the land of Egypt.
Against the whole what?
Against the whole families.
I want you to understand, the families, these are all our families, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans.
Right.
Guess what? What are the so-called Haitians? That's our family.
Right.
The so-called Jamaicans. Who else? Puerto Ricans. Those are our families. He said, against these families. All right, read.
Saying, you only have I known.
He said, I know you know better, because you only have I known. He didn't say he know these other nations. He said, you only. He's specific. Read.
Of all the families of the earth.
Everybody on the earth, I know you. Read.
Therefore, I will punish you for all your iniquities.
He said, now I'm about to whoop your behind for what you did. So now, let's read on. That's it on that? Read on.
Can two walk together except they be agreed?
Now, you only that I long. Can two walk together except they agree? Give me Genesis 25 and 25. Now, he talking about our oppressors, right? You know who oppresses us the most right now? Sergio, who oppresses us the most? You said the devil? Yeah, and who is the devil? You hear it a lot. Everybody laugh about it when we call him the devil. Who is the devil? You got a devil, the demonic person, and you got a devil that's on this earth that causes confusion and causes oppression across this world.
Right.
So who is the devil? Sergio, I know you're young, but who is the devil? He already laughing, so I know he probably know who's the devil that the Bible speaks of.
Right.
He caused confusion. Like right here, we just read that we were gonna get punished for not keeping the commandments, right? You heard that, right?
Because it's another word for demon, Diablo.
Yeah. Hey, actually, let me ask you, who's the devil on the earth? Who oppresses us the most? The children of Israel. Who oppresses the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans the most?
The most?
Who is the racist people?
The racist people.
Yeah, who are they?
Anybody can be racist.
Yeah, I'm saying, but who are the ones that oppress us? Anybody can be racist. I'm considered racist because I love my people more than I love everybody else.
Yeah.
So, who are these racist people that oppress us the most? That's all I'm asking. Ain't nobody gonna shoot. Ain't nobody gonna get you. Who is it? Who are they? Who the ones that did this to us?
Bring it up.
How about that?
Teach your people.
There you go.
Right.
The white people. Now we finna read something about this man that the Bible calls the devil.
Can I say this and I'll be out because I gotta go?
What you got a question?
I'm gonna say this though. I feel like, you know what I'm saying, I don't really be into the religion or the spiritual, but I feel like the whole Bible is probably it's a mental thing.
So you saying it ain't real?
I ain't saying it ain't real, but
But you said it's a mental thing, so it's a spiritual thing. Hey, hold on, we got something for that.
yeah, but it's like, see, look, you can look at a piece of paper, right? You look at a piece of paper. You see that
Go
on there,
Deuteronomy 28:68. Right? All right, so let's see. All right, cause these were scrolls at one point, way back in the day. Everybody know it existed way back then.
When they were scrolls,
But
you had to
listen,
write on the scrolls to make it a piece of
yeah,
paper.
yeah, we gonna get that too. But I want you to see if this happened or did it not happen. Read Deuteronomy 28. Now, we about to read something that Moses wrote.
I'm gonna hear this and I gotta go.
Moses wrote thousands and thousands of years ago. And now you want to tell me if this Bible is spiritual or not? Read.
The book of Deuteronomy 28 and 68.
Actually, I'm gonna ask you a question. What does Egypt mean? Egypt. You know what Egypt means? Let's get what Egypt means early. I want you to know what the word Egypt means. Because Egypt was not a country at first. It was known by the name of Mizraim. What's the name of Mizraim? Mizraim, yeah. It was known as Mizraim. But hold on. No, you said something. You got to hear this. What did Egypt mean? Actually, I'm gonna just tell him because he said actually read it. You got it.
For I am, this the book of Exodus 20 and 1. I am the Lord thy God, which hath brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage.
Out of the house of bondage. So Egypt mean what? The house of slavery. That's why I got that name, because slavery was happening. All right.
It started because before this,
Deuteronomy 28:68.
their own people.
No, they didn't.
Yes, they did.
They was enslaving us. But read. They did not slay them. We can prove that too.
Egyptians enslaved themselves. You seen
Actually, we can just do that. We can do that in Exodus chapter 1.
because they made.
All right, but we gonna get that for you too. Especially you might already know, but we gonna get it. Hey, read that Deuteronomy 28:68. Read.
The book of Deuteronomy 28 and 68.
Egypt means house of bondage. Read.
The Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
He's bringing us to the house of bondage again. And then Moses gonna tell us how we gonna get to the house of bondage again. You hear that, Marley? He about to tell us. Read.
With ships.
How we gonna get there?
With ships.
He said that Moses said thousands of years ago that we're gonna go into the house. I saw it. Don't worry about it. He said we're gonna go into the house of bondage again with ships this time. Did that not? Who that happened to?
Bring it up.
Who did that happen to? Thousands of years later.
From Africa.
So how would he know that? Give me 2 Timothy 3:16. How would Moses know that? No, I'm just saying. I want you to answer that question. How would Moses know that? What, about 5,000 years ago? Oh yeah. Hey, come here. We read that too. How would Moses know that? Exactly. And we're gonna read it, and then we're gonna get the difference between Africans and us.
You said
Read.
2 Timothy 3:15.
3:16.
2 Timothy.
Well, hold on. What is it?
That's 2. This is 3. You said 3 and 6. This is 2 Timothy.
The one that say 1 Timothy 3:16. Give me 1 Timothy 3:16. I can't see it. Hey, dude, I'm gonna get this real fast. Oh, he already left. He ran out. He ran away. He had all those questions. Hey, come around a little bit. All right, I want you to hear this. So we already read, and we gonna jump back. We already read that we were gonna be brought into the house of abundance again with ships, right?
Yes.
And it was written how long ago? About 5,000 years ago, right?
5,000 years
5,000 years ago. Now read that.
Book of 1 Timothy 3. What is it?
The one about read. This is what he was trying to say, that the Bible just some words. But then he gonna agree. Then he agreed that stuff that was written way back then is happening now. So the prophecies are true. You see how that don't make sense? The prophecies are true, but the Bible just words in the book. But we finna read something right here. Read that.
The book of 2 Timothy 3 and 16. All scripture is given by inspiration of God.
So who inspired them words that's in the Bible?
Bring it up.
All scripture. All of it. All the
all
scriptures
the names.
was inspiration of God. That's how Moses knew that his people would go to slavery in ships 5,000 years ago. He already knew it was going to happen.
Right.
You understand that?
Yes.
You understand that?
He had vision. He's a vision.
He had the vision already. Now let's go to Deuteronomy 28:15. Are you good? Actually, I had you go come up in this. Deuteronomy 28:15. You still got the and why you getting that? What's the
Bible dictionary?
Yeah. And he said another thing. What did he say? He said that the Egyptians enslaved themselves. We're gonna get that too. And now we're gonna show you who the Egyptians are. Egyptians are what we would call today Africans. Hamites is what they would call back then. And we're gonna see, are we Hamites? We might look like them. You can read that in the Bible that we look like them, but we are not them.
You know what I'm saying? But we're not them, but the culture is different.
Yeah, they know we're not there. They'll tell you. When you go there, they'll tell you. But we're going to see, this is a Bible dictionary. Zondervan Bible Dictionary, all right? Check this out, what he written about Ham. It's a different from Ham and Shem. It's
Right.
different. We from Shem. Shemitic. Read.
It's out of the Zondervan Compact Bible Dictionary, the definition of Ham, the youngest son of Noah, born probably about 96 years before the flood, and one of 8 persons to live through the flood. He became the progenitor of the dark races.
So he said Ham became the progenitor of the dark races. So he started the dark races. That's what he said. But now let's see what contrary to that. Listen to this part. Read.
He became the progenitor of the dark races, not the Negroes.
Not the who?
Not the Negroes.
Read on.
But the Egyptians, Ethiopians, Libyans, and Canaanites.
See that? We are not them.
That's right.
They already know that. So they saying, but not the Negroes. So you should say, well then, who are we then? You see that? Well, we're going to find out who we are. Deuteronomy 28:15. Read.
This is the book of Deuteronomy 28 and 15.
Exactly. This gonna prove
But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
Do our people listen to the voice of the Lord thy God? Do our people be around just reading the Bible and trying to figure things out? Do they go by those rules in the Bible? No. Hell no. We killing. Since we've been out here, been murders on the streets. You get what I'm saying? It been adultery happening.
Or suspects.
Yeah.
You could be
Adultery, fornication.
we crossing the street jaywalking.
Yeah, to a certain extent. All right, but read on.
To observe, to do all his commandments.
So we supposed to be doing all his commandments. You remember Amos 3, it's punishments when we don't. You know we're not doing it. You see the punishment. That's what your question was earlier. We're getting punished. Why is the white man always on our back? He was sent to us as a punishment. And we're going to get that punishment. Read.
And all his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
The Most High said, if we don't do what's in this Bible, you see these are curses. Shall come upon thee. Even this, that lie right here that told about what Christ looked like.
Right.
Those curses are going to come upon us and overtake us. That's what he said. And guess what? You obviously know what a curse is, right? It's something bad that's going to happen to you. And he said that you can't run from it. It's going to overtake you. No matter where you go on this earth, this is going to be happening to your people. All right? So now if we're going to jump to 48, then I'm going to have my brother come up. We're going to 48 because it's going to show you what's happened. One of these curses is this right here. This is one of these curses. And you were just talking about the white man, the so-called white man. He's known as Esau in the Bible, or Edom. He oppresses a lot. He got that power from God. He couldn't do that himself. Look at us. We the top most physical people on the planet.
Yeah,
he can't do that by himself.
Exactly.
God didn't help him with that because we had to get punished. Because we had to get punished for our iniquities. But he's still gonna choose Israel, and we can prove that too. We can have him come out and prove that too. Read that.
The book of Deuteronomy 28 and 46.
48.
48.
We jumping straight to it. 48, and then I'm gonna get the officer come up. Read.
Therefore shalt thou serve thy enemies.
You see that? Marley, you see that? He said, therefore, you're going to serve your enemies. So what did he just call the white people?
Enemies.
Our enemies. So when they kill us on the street, are they doing something odd, or they just doing something about they're our enemies? That's what they feel like they're going to do.
They gonna feel something about it.
Yeah, you see that, right?
Feel some type of way.
And we always confused. Why are they doing this to us? Why they're your enemy, man. They're going to do that. You see how they do it? They don't even bat an eye. They don't even shed a tear. Because spiritually, they're our enemies. Read.
Which the Lord shall send against thee.
Who gonna send them?
The Lord shall send against thee.
See that? Read.
In hunger.
And hunger. Who provide us with the food that we eat today? Are we providing food for our nation, or do we have to go to a Circle K or a Walmart or a Target or wherever we're gonna get our food? What is it? Winn-Dixie or whatever. Who provide the food in these places that we go eat? Yeah. Our oppressors, right? Read.
And in thirst.
And our water. We don't own any water. We can't even retain our own rainwater. It's against the law in Florida to retain your own rainwater. So we got to go for them for water. Read. In a want of all things. Guess what? If you want to get married, who you got to go to?
Who I gotta go to?
You was here.
Who gonna sign them papers?
Come over here, sir.
The courthouse.
The courthouse. And who runs the courthouse?
Let's say the government.
The so-called Edomites do. The Edomites do. You see that, right? The so-called white man do. He's saying that these are the curses that's going to come upon Israel. And that's why we are being oppressed today. Read.
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck.
He said, and he shall put a yoke of iron upon our necks. He literally put a yoke of iron upon our necks. Read.
Until he have destroyed thee.
Until he had destroyed us he took our names, everything. We were destroyed so much that, guess what? He said, until he had destroyed us. So, guess what? We don't need that color no more. You get what I'm saying? Like, for instance, if you had a dog, if you fed that dog, gave the dog everything it needed.
Everything they needed.
Do you really need to put that collar on that dog? What that dog gonna do? He's gonna stay right by your side.
Yeah. Right. Because I'm his master.
Exactly. And that's how we are right now.
We used to scream black power while Heron was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. Iuic has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission, minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold, from Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are our men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.